lot of cases of coal shortages have been hitting PLFs of coal-based producers. What are you doing to mitigate the situation?
There was a period when there was some problem about coal availability, but we have been in regular touch with the ministries of coal and railways, both of which are concerned with production and transport of coal. And I'm happy to tell you that the availability of coal has improved. In March, the average number of rakes supplied throughout the month was about 274 rakes. Whereas, you go back to January, the average number of rakes supplied was only 259. So the number of rakes supplied has already increased. And in fact, 274 was the target which we had set to the Ministry of Coal and Ministry of Railways, and I want to congratulate them that they have achieved that target. Today, I have a stock of 17 million tons in the power plants. For the period post-April, starting now, we've set a target of 288 rakes per day, and I'm quite confident that the Ministries of Coal and Railways will achieve this. So, from the situation where we started off, I think there has been a remarkable improvement. And basically that is the reason why, despite the demand accelerating, which is a good news, which means that industrialization is taking place, which means that we are connecting more villages, more houses. Despite the demand accelerating, we have been able to keep pace with it.
Okay. Mr. Singh, power tariffs in India for industrial as well as commercial consumers are already pretty high compared to their regional peers. Is it possible to raise tariffs for these consumers? On the other hand, is it also possible to raise tariffs for domestic consumers in the near term?
You see, it's not accurate to say that the tariffs in India for industrial consumers are higher than in the vicinity, in other countries in the vicinity. That's not true. In fact, the tariffs in Bangladesh or Sri Lanka are much higher. And I don't know what the tariffs in Pakistan, but I can lay a bet with you that the tariffs in Pakistan will be higher. And if you look at the tariffs in Europe, I think the tariffs in Europe would also be higher than the tariffs here. So it's not true to say that the tariffs here are higher than the rest of the world or even in our neighborhood. And insofar as tariffs are concerned, let me tell you that we already have a neutral regulatory mechanism which fixes the tariffs every year. We have state electricity regulatory commissions which looks at what the tariff should be, looking at the cost of supply, and they fix the tariff every year. And so those days are gone where the tariff would not be revised even though the prices have gone up. That's not happening. And many of the prices are in fact passed through. So for example, when the price of coal increases, that becomes a pass through. So or if there is any tax, that is a pass through, so the tariff increases. So I mean the tariff is now linked with the cost. So it doesn't happen that the costs go up and the tariff does not go up. So therefore that is no reason, that is history.
Okay. Lastly, Mr. Singh, do you expect a recovery in cyclical demand driven by industrial as well as commercial consumers? And what kind of demand growth are you then penciling in?
We are already seeing it. Yeah, we are already seeing it. In fact, right from the time I have joined, I am seeing a growth rate of 6% plus. As I said, in March, the growth rate was 6%. In fact, the month before that was 9.5%. In fact, in the third quarter, the growth was 9.5%. So I am seeing a growth, and this growth, robust growth, will continue because, as I said, we are adding almost about 4 lakh new consumers. And as I said, that there appears to be a robust growth in the industrial sector. So my demand is going to grow, and it's going to continue growing. And my sort of now concern is to keep up with the demand. So the demand is now growing, and we are happy about it, and growing well, robustly. It's robust growth. It's not a weak growth.